Good day to you. Permit me to use this wonderful opportunity to say a very big thank you to our indefatigable youths in Nigeria for showing leadership, for their resilience, for their spirit, boldness, and confidence, for going out there on the street to stand up against the brutality of the SARS, to stand up against the brutality of the police, to show the world the level of incessant intimidation and killings going on in Nigeria by the police as against the innocent people. I want to doff my cap for them. You see, whether you call them police SWAT or SARS, for me, they are all the same. They have the same mindset, ideology, philosophy, orientation, training. They are from the same institution. So I thank the Nigerian youth. I most sincerely appreciate them for going out there, not minding the level of risk they are involving their lives into, for not minding the intimidation and the hardship of the Nigerian space. I appreciate him so much. You see, it is very obvious that most of us must have had one or two ugly experiences from the police. And if you never had, probably you know one or two persons who must have had this ugly experience. For me, I was once a victim. I can still remember vividly how it happened. That particular day when I was going on the street with my younger brother, where he was living there, and somebody slapped me from behind. I couldn't take it. I turned around. I saw somebody who was sharply dressed. I wanted to fight him, but my brother hit me. I said, "No, I shouldn't do that." Then it was then some other men came out from the downfall that were just parked by the side. And then I saw some of them who wore Nigerian police uniform. It was then it dawned on me that these are police, men. And then at the end of the day, they collected 20,000 naira from us. And what did I do? They didn't talk to my brother. What did I do? What prompted them to attack me? Do you know the offense I committed? The only offense I committed was that as a young man who came back from Europe after staying for maybe 2 years, I came back with a short dreadlock. I had a short dreadlock. That was the only offense I committed. That was the reason they attacked me. So what we are saying is that we are appreciating you, the youth. It is a reality, except you've never faced it. And if you've never faced it, thank God, thank your star. You shouldn't allow such an incident to happen to you before you start to accept that it is a reality, that the police brutality in Nigeria is a real thing. But you see, I think what the youths are calling for is not to change the name of a particular institution to something else. No, they are not asking you to remove that SARS and put SWAT. No, they are asking for a total overhaul, a reformation in the institution. The police force, the Nigerian police force, needs a total reformation from A to Z. Just go from the root of it and start to change the institution. This is what the youths are asking for. The orientation, the level of training they get, because don't forget that this is an institution we inherited from our colonial masters. They institutionalized the police then was to use it against the citizens, and they are no longer there. Today, we are the ones, quote and unquote, ruling ourselves. So the police we have, or we should be a police force that should be friendly, that should protect us and protect our property, not a police force that will kill us, intimidate us, and extort us. No, this is not the type of police we should have today. So we have to change the mindset, the orientation, the training, the philosophy behind the police. And now we have to look at how are these people being paid, their welfare, where do they stay? When you go to some of the barracks where these police people are living, you will just pity them. So these are things that the government needs to look into and change and reform. How much are they being paid? How can you see a hungry man, a man that is hungry, and you give him a gun and tell him, go out there, you have some power. Use this power and control, protect these people. What do you think he will do? The man will first of all look for something to eat. And most of these men will do anything, it doesn't matter what it takes, in order to find something to eat first. And in doing this, they end up causing crimes. They end up committing crimes. They end up injuring Nigerians, infringing on the rights of innocent Nigerians. So, what are we saying? What we are saying, what I am saying in effect is that this thing boils down again to bad governance. The police brutality we are facing in Nigeria today is as a result of bad governance. The crop of politicians we have in Nigeria are unscrupulous. They are greedy people. They are not helping matters. If we want to change the story of the police force, we have to look at the type of politicians we have and the level of governance, the type of governance they are giving to us. A situation where you have a police constable going home with 40,000 naira. What will 40,000 naira do for him? Now, I am not exonerating the police from their crimes, but let us face the fact. You have a police constable going home with 40,000 naira. He has to provide for his family, send them to school, and do other things. The truth is that 40,000 naira is not going to be enough for him. So he will always look for a way to make up for the loss. And then probably he will end up extorting innocent Nigerians who are also suffering as a result of bad governance. Then you have the so-called politicians, whether they are in the executive arm or in the legislative arm, going home every month with millions. Greedy people. I overheard recently a deputy governor or a governor telling the world that he is paying his deputy governor 13 million naira every month. The deputy governor said no. What the governor is giving to him is 12 million naira every month. They started to expose themselves and started to tell us ways and means in which they collect the money, the masses' money, and put in their own private purse. But that is a story for another day. What I am saying in effect is we have a crop of politicians who are extorting the purse of Nigeria, who are embezzling the fund of Nigeria, who are going home with millions when these policemen cannot even afford their own uniform. They cannot afford a decent place to stay. The problem we have in Nigeria is a problem of leadership. We have a crop of leaders who are very insensitive, who do not care. And until we get it right from that apex, from leadership, from our leadership, we will be having these issues with police and not only police from other sectors, because bad governance will always have ugly children. We are discussing today about police. What about the educational sector? So what I'm saying in effect is the youths, we have a lot to do. There are a lot of things to look into. Like I keep on telling us, those who wait for others to come and do for them what they will do for themselves or selves will always remain slaves. That dream of a nation, that beautiful country that all of us will want to have, we are the ones to bring it into materialization. We are the ones to create it. Our destiny lies in our hands. We are the ones to stand up against these unscrupulous politicians, like we have started it now. Yes, we can take back our country. Listen, it is said that 65% of the population is under 30. That is to say, with this, we can do a whole lot in Nigeria. And this is the time. This is the time to stand up, to decide who will be our president, to decide who will be our state governor, to decide who will go out and represent us in Abuja, who will represent us in the House of Assembly. We have what it takes. We have to stand up. It is our nation. These unscrupulous politicians, most of them are old. They will not live long to see the consequences of what they are creating now. But most of you youths will live longer. And if we do not stand up and start to correct it like we've started to do now, I tell you, tomorrow will be worse. But if we continue as we have right now, then we will have a better nation. All these unscrupulous politicians, all these greedy politicians, if I were you, I would want to mend my ways. I would want to change from my evil ways. I would want to ask myself questions. How would I bring succor to my people? How would I bring good governance to my people? How would I fend for the poor? How would I create an enabling environment? How would I create job? Why would I go home with millions when I already have millions, when others don't even have anything to eat? Why would I want to go and build house in Dubai, house in Germany, house in America, when others, the poor in my state, the poor in my country, they don't even have anywhere to put their heads? Why would I want to destroy the society when I know tomorrow that I am likely to face the consequences? Let me tell you, you politicians, you unscrupulous politicians, you are sitting on a cake. That is, when I say cake, not just a cake that you can eat, no, but an explosion, a cake of gunpowder that is likely to explode at any time. And there will be no hiding place for you. So you better start to change things now so that tomorrow you will be in the good books of your people. Because I tell you, the Nigerian youths, they have started, and you can't even tell how long this will go. So I will leave you with this wonderful story by a wonderful writer from Russia, Leo Tolstoy. He says, how much land does a man need? How much land does a man need? Because of time, I wouldn't go into telling you the story. But at the end of the day, Leo Tolstoy was able to tell us that the amount of land a man needs is nothing but 6 feet. That is to say, at the end of the day, no matter what, you're going to leave this place. And the only thing you get is just 6 feet at the end of the day. So why don't you use the wonderful opportunity you have now and make a good relationship and create a good relationship, create a good environment for your people, those you are leading, so that at the end of the day, they will be appreciative of what you've done. God bless you and God bless the Nigerian youth. Keep on fighting. We are solidly behind you. Thank you.